Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a timeless reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Nine of Cups, wow. Happiness. This is the dream that keeps on dreaming, the happiness that keeps on happening. This is really nice. Can we just stop right here? Can we just make this the end of the video? That's great energy. I feel like this is real satisfaction to you on a physical, mental, emotional, creative, spiritual level, right? There's this feeling of abundance. We're overjoyed. We are overflowing with love, with creativity, with blessings. This is the real miracle in our life, and we're feeling like we're living that miracle. Okay, well, let's see what else we've got. We've got the Lover's card. Look at that. Now, put your pitchforks away. It doesn't necessarily mean romance, but it honestly really could. It means that we are committed to that life. We have found our true love, and we are committed to it, right? We've taken that oath. And really, it's because it is the perfect partner, whether this is a job, a career, a life choice, a life path. This is all of these things, because it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, creative. This could either be finding that one true love, that one soulmate person in your life that really encourages you to live your best life, to fulfill all these aspects of yourself. But I think really this is the commitment to that life. This is the commitment to living the Nine of Cups life, right? Because people will come and go, things will come and go, jobs will come and go, but this is what we're married to, this kind of fulfillment, this kind of happiness, right? Let's see what else we've got. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's your time. It is your time to shine. We've got that intuitive high priestess, being receptive, being open to whatever comes our way, because we know we're committed to our best life. And we're committed to building that best life. We know it's going to take work. We don't expect Jupiter to just come and drop off the best life for us, this happy Nine of Cups. No, we're committed to it. Therefore, we will do the work. Therefore, we will accept those things in our life that we can't alter, that we can't change, right? There's a certain kind of, it's like we all are born in a certain time and place, to a certain family, right? To a certain situation, certain conditions. We have to accept the conditions of our life while trying to build that best life, while being committed to our very, very ultimate and highest love and satisfaction. Yeah. And I think this is perfect. This is and you got an Ace of Wands. There's always something to strive for. That's why we've got a Nine of Cups, not a 10. We don't really want a 10. We like the 9. This, to me, is showing us that we are finding that 10th unit to complete the system, the decimal system, right? We're finding that 10th unit to complete this and level up our lives. Once we get to the 10, then we have to start all over again, but on a higher plane. That's the spiral of the Wheel of Fortune. It's not really a circle, It is a spiral. So let's keep going. Now we've got another 9. 9 of Pentacles, another Ace, an Ace of Swords. So we're taking this great idea, this clarity in your mind, this peace in your mind, right? This openness and this clarity in order to level up your physical life, your emotional kind of spirit. It's kind of your spiritual life here, right? Because this is everything. This is how we feel about the life we're living. And so we're leveling up that as we level up our physical existence, maybe your business, kind of your professional life here, right? Yeah, we have more earth energy here. This is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the one that has the vision of the future. And the Devil energy. You've got the ambition to climb this mountain. More earth energy. You really are leveling up your life here in a major way. Yeah, major way. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is that factor, infinite and unknown. And we are just going to set it down right here. Tiny Bob Ross, right on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading, right? If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Yeah, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. I think it'll be fun. Okay, let's take a look here. A lot of major arcana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 majors. We have some fire. We've definitely got some water. We've got a little bit of air, and we've got some good earth energy. So you really are, you're committed to this kind of leveling. You're committed to progress, really, right? The progress of your own life. I think that there is a certain creative energy in you right now where you're always able to kind of see and feel and just know clearly what the next step is. You know how to begin the next level of things, right? So because we have the aces kind of completing the series, right? We have 9 plus 1, 9 plus 1. So I feel like the next step for you is very certain. You know exactly what's coming next. That's going to complete this stage, and then we're going to rise above to the next level, right? I feel like it's very much, everything's going according to plan. Yeah. Let's talk about the High Priestess in the background here. I feel like you have a very active psychic life. I think that you probably have a lot of like psychics in your family, or like people that were into spiritual things or like psychic things, you know. Probably a lot of tarot readers in your family. But I feel like you had a strong like association with that sort of thing. The Lover's card also talks about that. The Lover's card really is the inspiration. The Lover's card is kind of like when we get hit with Cupid's arrow. You know, we get smacked with that inspiration, and we know exactly what to do, and we feel it burning. And it's just like there's no other thing for us in life. There's nothing else I could imagine doing, you know. And I feel like it's kind of something that you've known for a long time. I feel like you've always had a strong sense of who you are. I think you have a very active imagination, a very active psychic life. Yeah, you probably read tarot, or you do I Ching, geomancy, you do palm reading. You do something like this, right? Maybe astrology is your thing, perhaps. But you have this really intense connection with the divine energy, and you're able to really listen. And that's part of the Ace of Swords, right? Being able to listen. You are able to appreciate what the universe is sending you, right? You're open to receiving the inspiration for what comes next. It's kind of like you get to the end of a cycle and you're not sad about it. You're like, okay, I've got to the 9 of Cups, I got to the 9 of Pentacles, I'm ready. Here I am, we're arms wide open, right? And we're just saying, okay, Spirit, hit me. You know, hit me with that fire, you know, hit me with that inspiration. What am I doing next? What's the next adventure here? Yeah. And then, of course, you receive that kind of, that inspiration, that vision of what's coming next for you, what the next cycle is. You've got this very, you definitely have guardian angels with you, or spirit guides or ancestors, whatever you want to call it. There is a divine energy that is kind of not protecting you so much, but kind of they kind of have you by each arm and are lifting you up to the next level, you know. They're there to kind of assist you and encourage you, and not so much protect you from anything. You know what I mean? It's not. There's no real need for protection. There's just it's just kind of like They're just good friends. They're just hanging out with you, you know? They're just there to kind of support and encourage you, to celebrate your wins with you, and then also to, of course, to help encourage you when things might be slowing down a little bit. You're not always productive. You're not always happy, you know? There's sometimes there's a lamentation when we get to the nines. You know, and I don't feel that in you right now because I feel like you're, again, arms wide open, ready to get hit with the next one. But sometimes we get to the 9 and we just don't want it to end. And we just think, well, this is the end of the day now. I didn't accomplish very much. This is the end of the holiday celebration. I didn't really get to have dessert yet, you know, or I didn't have the conversations that I wanted to. I didn't get to talk to the people I wanted to talk to, and it just, something's lacking, right? Sometimes we get to the 9 and we just think, give me a little bit more time, Spirit. Give me a little bit more time. And now I do feel that there's an older male energy in your life that has passed. Dad, grandpa, great-grandpa. I feel like they're one of your guides now, and I feel like you know that. I feel like you're very aware of that. But that's kind of one of those situations where it's like, we wish we had a little more time because there was something that you didn't quite get to do, even though you're very certain that they know that and you've had that conversation with them since they've transitioned into spirit. But at the time of their passing, there was something that you didn't get to say, you know. But you've had that conversation, right? And so that's not really a trouble, right? And I kind of feel some of that is why we've got the Knight of Pentacles in the position of the obstacle, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is that card that tends to look further down the road. You are reaching the end of a cycle, the end of a phase, the end of an era, really, right? Because it's not so much a cycle. It's not like a 4 of Wands. We got 9s here, right? This is the end of an era. This is a really big life kind of transition, life change for you. It's like when you go from being a kid to like going to college, or you go from college to career, or you go from career to retirement. And that's just kind of one, you know, traditional example of things. But these kind of big rites of passage of life, that's what I feel like you're ready for what comes next. Like maybe you just finished up with your career and you're just about to retire and you're like, come on, Spirit, hit me. What are we doing next? You know, we're ready to go. Yeah. But sometimes it's hard to see beyond just this next cycle. We're ready for that next fire energy to hit, that next arrow to hit us, that next inspiration, the next big idea, or the beginning of the next phase. But sometimes we can't see what's next and next and next, and we can't see further out, right? This is like, well, I can kind of, you know, I know kind of what this year is going to be like. I know what I want to do this year, but 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. Maybe that's okay, right? I feel like that's how you're living, yeah. That we're not so concerned with 10, 20 years down the road, or even maybe next year. It's just kind of like, this is what we're doing now, and this is the cycle, and this maybe, you know, maybe it'll take a few weeks, a few months, maybe it'll take a few years. We don't always know how long we're on this particular rung of the spiral, right? Because of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is not terrestrial time. This isn't a traditional, you know, phases of life. This is something that we kind of, it's not on a schedule. It's not like, well, you're 65 and a half or whatever it is, and then now you can retire. This is kind of like, we're just going to see what Spirit has in mind. You know, it could be sooner, could be later. We don't try to even know the divine timing of things. We know it when it happens. Right? And I think this is it. This is divine timing right now. Whatever cycle you are on, whatever this 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles is, that we're ready for that next shot, right? We're ready to kind of complete this, to start another one. But anytime we get a 10, really what we're doing is embarking on the next phase. A 10 is the completion of something, but automatically the beginning of something else on a higher plane. It's the same way that a racetrack, the finish line, is also the starting line. We're going around and around and around, except we're It's a spiral rather than just a circle track, you know. So we're ready for this next thing, and it wasn't something that you were able to plan for. Again, it's kind of back to the high priest. It's kind of just intuitively known, right? And you get that, and maybe you do a tarot spread, or you do your astrology, your forecast, you know, for the next month or the next 6 months or something, and we kind of know that it's coming. But as far as the practical events, the physical, mechanical things that have to come together, those are not so predictable, right? But you're always prepared as much as we can be prepared. And indeed, you are the builder. We've got the Prince of Pentacles up at the top here. You're ready to take this divine inspiration, this intuition, this divine timing, this commitment, this great creative spark of ideas. You're ready to put it into motion. You're ready to get started on that next phase. And this is at the top of the path of the dove, because this is the next level, right? This is one rung higher. And you're ready to start working. You know, and it's almost like age doesn't really matter. You know, as long as you have something to do, as long as you have that fire and that inspiration, who cares how old we are? Oh, you're 65, better retire. No. I mean, retire is it's a very loaded word, right? Because sometimes we think of retiring as meaning the cessation of work. We're not working anymore. No, that's, you know, we never stop working, or at least you don't. Because if you have the inspiration, you have the intuition, and the timing is right, and why not do the next thing, right? We could be 100 years old and say, I'm going to go back to college, or I'm going to start a new career. Nowadays, I think we can more and more do that. We can start something new, even when people will be like, what, you're going to start a new career now? You're 100 years old. So what? So what? If the will is there, and if the resources and the opportunity is there, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the divine timing. I don't know when it's going to happen. I could be 150 years old, and then finally the timing will be right for me to be the astronaut that I always wanted to be, right? There's no limitation on that. There's no restriction. There's no law that says you can't do it. I mean, well, maybe there's a law. I don't know. But it's something like this is going on in your life, where it's kind of, we're wrapping up this one phase, and we're so excited for the next one. And even with the goat energy, with this devil energy up top, you have this ambition to keep climbing. You have this will that there, as long as you have strength in your body and you have consciousness in your soul, and you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop building. You're not going to stop going higher and higher and higher, right? This is really beautiful energy. I don't think I've seen a reading quite like this, where it's there's certainty, there's clarity. You've got this Ace of Swords in the environment. You can see exactly what's coming next. You know what this is. You see the arrow coming your way, and you just, you say, hit me right here, Spirit, right in the heart. And that's that inspiration, and that's that commitment, and that is the next, it's a new era for you. And I think you've had these kinds of new eras a lot in your life. You've had these moments of like, I'm leveling up now, going up to the next floor now of life. And we could be talking career, school, and personal life, and love life, romance, creative, spiritual life, but it's all of these things. And I don't know exactly which one it is now. It could be all of these things at the same time, really. I kind of feel like it has something to do with your love life and your career, both, right? Both of these kind of realms of your life are moving to the next phase, the next cycle, the next era, right? I want to look at the mystery card. I'm getting too anxious for this. It's going to maybe be a Tower. I don't think so. Maybe it's going to be the Lover's card again. It could be an Eight of Wands. It could be... I don't think it's going to be the Moon card, because we know what's coming next. I think maybe it's going to be the Judgment card, which is just kind of like, the angel with the trumpet, blowing it right in your face, saying, time to get up. Because what is the Wheel of Fortune but the cosmic timepiece? It's Spirit's wristwatch, the divine timing. So we get the judgment card, we get the trumpet blowing in your face. That's like the spiritual alarm clock saying, hey, it's time to get up and level up now. And you're just like, all right, I'm here. I'm ready to go. It's like you've already, you went to bed in your clothes, right? So you're ready when Spirit sounds the trumpet. You're already dressed. You're prepared already. You know what's coming. You're excited. There's no fear. There's no worry, right? And the interesting thing, I think, is that you're not trying to look too far ahead. You're not concerned with 10 years from now, where do I want to be? And then we start to really worry about all the steps in between, but you don't function like that. You say, I take everything in kind of one cycle at a time. Maybe I'll do a couple cycles ahead, but otherwise it's just, you're in the flow. You're not living in the future. You're living in right now. Yeah. Anyway, if you have a prediction for this card, I want you to put it down in the comments. I'm thinking Judgment card, or I'm thinking Eight of Wands. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh my God, look at that Judgment card. The trumpet, right? Right in your face too. It's so loud, that's gonna wake you up every time, But this is this is when your alarm clock goes off on Christmas morning. And you're already ready to go. It's like, I didn't even sleep last night. I'm already in my clothes. I'm already ready to go. Because you know that it's coming. You know that it's happening, but it's like you don't know where you're going exactly. But you know that this is the next level, but you're not sure what the next floor up looks like, really. So there's this excitement, there's this anticipation that it's going to be wild, it's going to be fun, it's going to be a lot of hard work. Now we do have that Devil card at the top of the path of the Serpent. It's going to be hard work. You're going to have to really put in a lot of effort, but you're so excited to do it. This is like when you, this is you get the promotion, right? And then Monday morning, your alarm clock goes off and you're so excited to go start your new position. You don't know really what it's going to be like exactly, but you know it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of reward too. Yeah. Very, very good. We're going to do also an extended reading. And if you want to stick around for that, there's a link up in the corner and there is one down below. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, right? 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'm here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Right? Let me know how you're doing. I'm curious to hear from you. I want you to know, Libra, that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.